Since the price of Bitcoin came exactly at our target area around 21,500, 21,600, now the question here is, will this key line of resistance get broken? Because we know right now this 21,500, 21,600 is one of the most important resistance line for Bitcoin. Why? Because we just found out that price of Bitcoin has reached the target from this inverse head and shoulder which we were talking since couple of days. But now the area, the rejection what we are getting here is not just only the rejection since we have reached the target from this inverse head and shoulder, but if we look at this one example here. So guys, now let me show you with this Williams alligator indicator why this line around 21,500, 21,600 is one of the most important resistance line, because this is exactly where we are finding rejection from this Williams alligator indicator. In the past price action, you can see whenever we have reached the top of this Williams alligator indicator, after that we have got rejection and price reversal. In our case this time it might look different. What I mean by that, if we look at this MACD, this is a bullish MACD cross, and if we look at the RSI line now, this RSI line is slowly going above 50 level, which is very good sign, because the T2CCI has also started entering this positive territory. So now slowly we are getting confirmation from this MACD, RSI and T3CCI indicator. So if the price of Bitcoin manages to remain above this 21,000, then this bullish scenario what we are witnessing here could be turning even more bullish, because we know in the past price action getting confirmation from this MACD, RSI and T3CCI indicator has led to a bullish crossover here in Williams alligator indicator. I mean, this green line which right now is at the bottom is going to be appearing at the top, and this blue line at the bottom. By doing so, we have seen some very nice impulsive movement here in past price action. So that's why you can see bullish MACD cross, RSI line going above 50 level, right? And T3CCI in a positive territory led to a bullish crossover, and after that some very nice impulsive movement. So that's why this is something what we are also expecting right now to happen. So for that we need to flip this bearish crossover into a bullish crossover here in Williams alligator indicator, and this might happen if the price of Bitcoin remains above 21,000 area. And now guys, let me show you another reason why this 21,000 beside this Williams alligator indicator also is a very important line of resistance for Bitcoin which we have to break. So guys, now let's look at this in a very simple way by looking at this leading indicator, central pivot range indicator, also pivot points, which has been one of the most important line of support and also line of resistance for Bitcoin. So right now if we look at this formation here, this formation looks like a very nice looking double bottom type of formation. We can see that, right? And now the area where we are finding ourselves getting rejected is the bottom CPI line. This bottom CPI line you can see is the line where we are getting rejection. So now if we look at the CPI indicator, the bottom CPI line is sitting around 21,542 area. So this line from this CPI indicator is definitely going to be one of the most important line of resistance, because in the past price action you can see we came across this bottom CPI line, even had a very nice breakout type of movement, but the price was unable to hold the support line, and then we saw this price retracement, and now we are at the exact same area. So if we manage to break out of this bottom CPI line, could be also breaking the neckline from this double bottom. So that's why if we want this bullish scenario to play out, we have to find support above this 21,500, 21,600, because by doing so, right, by doing so could trigger another bullish movement here in this manner, where the price of Bitcoin could be getting gravitated above this 23,000 to 24,000 range. So that's why this 21,500, 21,600 resistance must be flipped into support. Otherwise, this here is also going to be called as a horizontal channel. Horizontal channel makes a lot of sense. Why? Because the lower line has always acted as a strong line of support, and also the upper line here has acted as a resistance. So now double bottom neckline, horizontal line, the upper line area, the bottom CPI line, and also the Williams alligator indicator resistance is exactly around that area. So this is the area of confluence. So that's why, guys, this 21,500, 21,600 must be broken at any cost, because yesterday we found out, according to this is the exact area where we are witnessing this squeeze here in Bollinger Band. So Bollinger Band squeeze usually indicates volatility might be entering as soon as we break certain line of resistance or support. So in this case, if we manage to break above this upper line band after this squeeze, then this could be another massive movement here to the upper direction. So for that, we also have to break the resistance around 21,500, 21,600 and flip it into proper support if we want this to be a bullish breakout here to the upside, because we have seen getting rejection around the upper band area has also led to a bigger price retracement. You can see, for example, from the past price action, we were showing this consolidation. Price came across this upper band area, got rejected, tested the support, and as soon as the support got broken, we had this bigger price retracement. So we don't want another similar scenario to play out here. I mean, price getting approached around this 21,500, 21,600, getting rejection, and also another bigger price pullback. So that's why, guys, that's why we have to break this upper band for an actual bullishness to play out here in price action of Bitcoin. And now let me also show you with another example why getting rejected around this area, the upper band area, could be a very dangerous for us. Because if you look at this one example here. Now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware, we have up to $5,150 crypto exchange bonus available for you in the description down below. PHEMEX is giving around $4,100 bonus after your initial deposit, and BYBIT around $1,050 bonus. So if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, the link is provided in the description down below, so feel free to check it out. Now let's switch the chart. So now let's look at this in a daily time frame, and let me show you this one scenario which we talked on my yesterday's video, because yesterday I made it very, very clear the price of Bitcoin could be forming this bearish pennant. And that's why I also made it very clear, if the price of Bitcoin wants to show this bullishness, then we have to overcome this resistance. You can see resistance from the upper line area, from this bearish pennant into support, because getting rejection around that area could trigger a movement here in this manner. This here is also a bearish pennant. In bearish pennant, the upper line area has always been a very strong line of resistance. So in our case, this upper line is also rejecting the price again and again, right? You can see here getting rejected around that area again and again. But if we do manage to break above this line, then this could be a very nice bullish price movement, because by doing so we will be breaking some key line of resistance for Bitcoin. And that's why, guys, this line, which is also around 21,500, 21,600, must be flipped into proper support if we want to avoid a price movement here in this manner. So that's why, guys, that's why we have to be very, very careful at this current stage. But one thing, even though these are pointing some very bullish movement here in price action of Bitcoin, what I still want to add is a twist in price action. What I mean by that, we are aware everything is pointing us, if we are able to break above this resistance, the key line resistance, then we could be starting this massive movement. But what we are not allowed to forget, we have a very strong resistance here in a bigger time frame, because if we look at this 200 weekly SMA, the 200 weekly SMA has been one of the strongest line of support for Bitcoin here in past price action. Each and every time the 200 weekly SMA has been tested, after that the price of Bitcoin has showed some very nice impulsive movement. But in our case, this 200 weekly SMA is not a support anymore. We are below that line. So that's why this impulsive movement here could be getting some resistance exactly around this 200 weekly SMA, because since the price of Bitcoin is below that line, the same line which has acted as a support in the past price action could be acting as a resistance around 22,600 area. So that's why, guys, that's why this 22,600 is going to be our potential upward price target as soon as we break above this 21,500, 21,600 range. But we have to be careful because to continue this impulsive movement, this line here must be broken, because we know we don't want to get a fake out like this. Even though the price of Bitcoin here formed this very nice falling wedge, you can see falling wedge has been considered as a bullish scenario. We even had a breakout, right? We even had a breakout, but price could not continue this impulsive movement. And what happened after that? This breakout turned into fake out and then a massive price correction. Another similar scenario must also be taken with pinch of salt. I mean, the price of Bitcoin after breaking above this 21,500, 21,600 could be showing this massive movement around this 22,600 area, because this is exactly where this 200 weekly SMA is. Get rejection, turn this bullish breakout into fake out, and then again showing this movement here to the downside. So that's why we have to be careful. Doesn't matter how bullish the price of Bitcoin looks at this current state. So these are some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please hit the like button, and also for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.